good morning, everyone. Welcome to Bizchicks TV. This is the place to be for tips, tools, strategies, and everything that you need to take the hassle out of your hustle. Today is Tuesday. The Digital Diva is in the house. Terry Johnson online from New York City, right here, right now, talking marketing and social media. So sit back, relax, get ready, and let's talk about the 2025 trends forecast. Take it away, TJ.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of Marketing Talk, where we talk about marketing trends and strategies, tips, everything you need to know about what is going on today, because you need to know these things in order to build your audience, build your business, and grow your business. I will try not to cough this week. I think my little coughing spell is over. There's a lot to talk about here because I titled this 20 what did I call this? 2025 trends forecast for marketing. And everything, every second there's something new coming out. And I'm going to list some of the trends, but we can't talk about them all today. I'm just going to focus on one today, and then we'll whittle down the list. So let me look at my notes from my trusty assistant. So some of the top 2025 marketing trends to supercharge your business growth is what I call this. This year I'm going to try to blog more, so maybe there'll be a blog post, I hope, real soon. Follow me online and you'll see when I posted some things. I did tentatively go into YouTube. I did a short. I meant to do another short. Time got away from a YouTube short. Excuse me. And the trend that is on the list that we're going to talk about is the video, short form video. And you'll know why if you've been following the news the last couple of days. We need to talk about that. So here's a list. This is not this is not official or who says whatever. It's just a list of things that I think that that are correct that we need to look at. So the first one, AI integration. Now, that's not a new trend. It's just that the AI integration is different now than it was when ChatGPT busted on the scene and everybody went, I think it was November 2022. I'm bad with dates. AI has progressed and things have changed. So we need to stay on top of that. But that is a trend. Video marketing in the form of short form video content. Influencer marketing, that's going to go into micro influencers and nano influencers. I have my own opinion about that, where I've seen one or two other people talk about it. Hyper personalization. This is personalization of content towards your specific person or target audience, but it's hyper because of the tool of AI. Okay. The next one, voice search optimization. This is searching for things with voice. Excuse me. Visual search, we'll look at that. Social commerce. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about, and I started talking about it in the last year, which goes into my creator economy conversation I think we had last year. I have to revisit everything from 2024. But we have talked about that, and I have provided a prediction because I'm in Ross Brand's, what is it, 100 live stream predictions, and I have to go. Like, it came out like 2 weeks ago or something, or a week ago. I have not read the book. I purchased the book. If you want to know about it, let me know. I can send you the link. I think it was 99 cents, or right now it's maybe $7. It's chock full of information, and I don't make that up lightly. Ross Brand has done this book maybe 9 years. I have to check. But it's 100 predictions from 100 people who have been in the space for a long time. And I'm thankful that Ross has included me in this list. Also, Dr. Tachi is there, and a couple other people
Mm-hmm.
If you follow the Bizchicks, you know some of these people because we've either talked about them. They, when we used to do interviews, maybe some of them were on. I'm not sure. but we've been in this space for a long time, not to brag, but we know a little bit about live streaming and marketing and media and stuff like that. So a lot of people recognize. So that goes into social commerce, which is one of the trends. AI powered search. That's another thing that we have touched on, and we'll touch on it some more. Platform convergence. That's omni-channel marketing. And there's a couple on here. Use community building. There's another one. The last one is privacy focused marketing. I've talked about this too before. This is where people, I call it periscope marketing, where people would come up to the top of the public feed, talk and say what they have to say, get attacked, and go back under. And you seeing that. A lot of people, especially with what's happening now lately, we have a new administration, and what Meta did, we talked about that, where people are going to be attacked publicly, and they're not going to stand for that. We have to talk about that as business owners, but that's going to be another discussion, because today I want to talk about, and let me get in my all my notes, video, where is it? Short form video dominance. Okay, so that's the one we're going to talk about today. Short form video dominance. Now, short form video is what? Well, that's your TikTok, that's your Reels, that's your YouTube Shorts. I'm not your Snapchat Spotlight. Any of the platforms that are doing short form video, which is 15, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, they keep moving the goalposts. And I pulled up something today where Instagram has announced something new, a new app. Because of the TikTok wars, that's what I'm going to call it. They have a new app, and hold up, I'm pulling up the story. What was it called? Echo or no, Edits. Edits. Instagram has a new app called Edits. Of course, it was announced by the CEO, Adam Mosseri, and he put it on his I think it's on his Instagram. And let me see if this link, yeah, okay, so let me pull this up, and he already started talking. There's no way to pause Instagram videos. Sorry, so I'm gonna share the screen, and I'm just gonna refresh. Okay, so let me see. How can I make this bigger? There was a way to make this bigger. Like you could.
I think you pinch your.
Yeah, but I can't pinch with the. Let me see. Let me do a copy link. And let me try that, because there's a way to make it bigger. Mm-hmm. Nope, that didn't work.
You have to pinch your screen, your window open larger.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, but there was a way to do it. I'm just gonna have to make the browser window bigger.
There you go.
There you go. So I'll do that. But there was another way, you just clicked on it. But let me refresh and try to get it, because this is how Instagram does it. Okay, let me get
Today we're announcing Edits, a brand new app for making videos on your phone. Now, there's a lot going on in the world right now, and no matter what happens, we think it's our job to create the most compelling creative tools for those of you who make videos for not just Instagram, but for platforms out there as we can. And Edits is hoping to do just that. And it's hoping not just to be an editing tool, but an entire full suite of creative tools for those of you who are passionate about making videos on your phone. It's not for people who are using desktop apps. It's not people who are looking for templates. It's for people who use their phone to make short form videos. There's going to be a dedicated tab for inspiration and trending audio for you to get ideas. Another tab for keeping track of all of your ideas, even if they're just rough drafts. There's a new higher quality camera, which I'm really excited about. I'm actually recording this on right now. And all of the video editing tools you would expect. The ability to share drafts with friends and other creators. And then if you decide to share the video on Instagram as a reel, really powerful insights about how those reels are doing. Now you can pre-order this app in the iOS App Store starting today, Android coming soon, but it's not going to launch until February. We've been working with creators on this for a couple months now, and we're going to bring a bunch more creators into the fold over the next couple of weeks, and we're going to get a bunch of feedback and to continue iterating on the product. The first version is going to be incomplete, so please be patient, but I'm really excited to put this in all your hands. See y'all soon. Peace. Today we're announcing.
Let me get rid of that and come back. So it's a new app from Meta, from Instagram, called Edits. It's not ready. You have to go and search and
Pre-order.
Pre-order? Like, is it going to be a cost to this?
The pre-order sounds like pay for it, but let's see. And it's in the App Store.
Yeah, the App Store. So I'm going over there now to see Instagram.
It said edits, right?
Yeah, edits. I think he said edits. So we are looking at this live, everybody, because this news just came out.
Oh, it says edits in Instagram app.
Okay. So, and then it says get. Expected March 13th, 2025. You'll be notified, but they want you to pre-download. I don't know why he said pre-purchase. Because if it's a charge,
pre-order.
Oh, he said
he just said pre-order.
I would saying pre-ordered means money.
That's what it sounds like to me. So
Mark is here. Ask Mark Ward. Good morning, Mark. I'm glad to see you. I know you have lots to say. Thank you. Ask Mark Ward. Mark says, when I awakened this morning, I thought, you know what? We need another app. And I agree with you, Mark. We have talked about that a lot, about app fatigue. But guess what? App fatigue is not going to stop. There will be more apps. There will be more apps. So again, I said this with Threads. I said, you don't have to download this. You don't have to look at this. You don't have to pay attention to this.
You know what this is?
Mm-hmm.
I have an app called Mojo where I can create shorts.
Mm-hmm.
From, I can create video shorts.
Right.
And this is the now this is going to be the rival to CapCut.
Yes, that's what it is. Because it's called Video Editor for Creators. This is exactly a copy, or well, not exactly a copy, because I don't know what it looks like. It's not out yet. But this is what CapCut does. CapCut, CAPCUT. If you don't know CapCut, it is one of the ByteDance apps where you do all kind of fancy captions and jump cuts and blah 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 blah, all the things that Gen Z loves on TikTok, where look, rapid fire editing. They do all that in CapCut. And CapCut is a ByteDance app. So what does that mean? And what was it Saturday night or
Sunday morning? Something happened.
I don't remember when it was. TikTok went dark because of the ban. And TikTok had all kind of pop-ups mentioning a certain president's name. And I was like, what is going on? Now, a lot of people picked up on that. A lot of people have the theories. I'm not saying conspiracy theories, because they're theories. And some of them look like they're coming true, where the president may have done some things to his advantage to take the app down early, because it didn't have to go down completely dark. All they had to do was just pause it so it didn't work. But TikTok took it down like it wasn't there. Guess what, Gen Z and the people that love TikTok, they were panicking Saturday night, Sunday. Oh my God, it was the apocalypse. People were like, okay, I'll just VPN it. The VPN didn't work. I'll go on the web, TikTok.com. That didn't work. So I was like, hey, I have a VPN. Let me try it. Didn't work. They blocked this thing good. And then they had messages and people saw different things. I heard some discussions about when it came back. I think it was maybe 8 hours. 12. Listen, I didn't count this thing because I was like, whatever. But it popped back up on Sunday. It rose from the dead with a big message about, oh, thanks to President Trump, we are back. And expecting people to go, yay. But I saw a lot of, this is suspect. Why did it have to go down? It didn't have to go down. The ban just said it had to stop working. It didn't say completely remove it from everywhere. in the United States. So there was a lot of discussion about it, probably still is, about the resurrection of TikTok. Also, when it was resurrected and people went back to it and was like, yay, TikTok, they said it doesn't work the same. Ooh, more theories. More theories. I'm just putting it out there. These are theories, and these are the people that use TikTok all the time. There's a lot of sentiment about it doesn't work the same. There's some other theories that Meta bought it. There's some theories that Elon Musk bought it. There's some theory. There's theories everywhere. And I'm gonna read Mark's thing in a minute, but I want to just say that we are not going to know. Why? ByteDance is a privately owned Chinese app owned by the owner in China. Even though the CEO is in Singapore, it's a Chinese app, which is the whole thing of why we're in this boat. Okay, so you're not going to know what's going on. You're not going to know. So let's read Mark's comments, and then we'll get back into it. You're muted, Fran. Fran, you're muted.
Mark says, I've been a video making machine. I'm sure that I'm not doing them the most efficient way, but I have it down. Yeah, his videos are pretty good.
That's what, Mark, you're doing it. You're doing and this is another topic I want to talk about how doing it is like more than half the battle. Because it's something called practice. When your mom or dad bought you a piano and you're like 4 or 5 and they're like, sit down and play this thing, did you start banging out Beethoven's Fifth Symphony or Mozart? No. It took years to get there. Years. But you're doing it. That's
right.
all I have to say. You're doing it.
And he's not using the suspect app.
Yes, you're doing it. This is I'm thinking of Frank Sinatra's song, I Did It My Way. This is where we are online. Creator economy, do it your own way. Have your own style. Oh, I don't have Kim Kardashian numbers. So what? Those are half of those are bots anyway. Do they buy her stuff? I don't know. I don't check like that.
Right.
For instance, but she opened a store on Fifth Avenue. I want to see how long that stays open. That'll tell me everything I need to know. But in the meantime, there she is. Now,
he had one other comment here.
Okay, go ahead. Let's get it.
He said, only people apply the same care, concern, and passion that they have to TikTok to some real challenges that we have in this country. Imagine what that would be like.
Thank you, Mark. That was another sentiment I've seen, and I've spent a lot of time on Threads because there's a lot of conversation. I saw that also, and you are correct. But what did we talk about? Was it Friday? Hey, Dr. Tachi.
Yeah. Dr. Tachi said, I don't know why she went to brick and mortar. Foolishness.
She got the money to play with, so they say. I don't know her personal finances, but it was something that they did. That's what I'm saying. I'm keeping my eye on it. But, that's not something that's going to be revealed, like her sales and stuff. She's not going to reveal that. The tail of the tape, so to speak, will be when it closes. If it closes, the amount of time it takes to close from opening to close. We will see that. But, that's let her cook. Yeah, go ahead. Y'all want to buy that? Go ahead. You want to follow her? Go ahead. It's a free world, and we all have choices. So
we do.
Yeah, we all have choices. And what Mark was saying was true. I've seen a lot of opinions and thoughts and comments, all of them very enlightening. And it got me to thinking. Excuse me. And that's what I was saying last week about what happened to the Meta ban. Crickets. What happened to the Meta ban? Oh, wasn't it supposed to be some kind of boycott this week? I think they
somebody had something on there. It was something. There was a red square that said I'm
Red Square.
boycotting something, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
But you're on posting a red square. How is that a boycott? A boycott means you don't get on. A boycott means you don't post. A boycott means you delete the app. I didn't see it. So that's why I said last week, I wasn't trying to be funny. I was just like, I said 2 words, Cambridge Analytica. The past is the past. Past is history that teaches us. So I knew that it was all performative. And that's okay, because we as humans, we get angry and we do things in heat in the moment and blah, blah, blah. But I said it's the marketplace of attention. It's the town square. Where are you going? If you leave the town square, but all your neighbors, the whole village, the whole town is at the town square. What? And you can leave? Come on with us. Join me. I'm leaving. And you march away from the town square.
And they're going out to the field. They're going out to the field by themselves. How about, come on. Come with me. You ain't going out there.
I'm sorry. These are just, this is how I see it based on past performance. And I'm not saying that they are wrong to do that. When you get angry, that's the human experience. You get angry. But if the popular place is the mall and you are a high school kid and you got to go to school on Monday and everybody's talking about the thing that happened at the mall and you're left out, a teenager does not want to be left out of the popular kids talk. And that's what we have. I'm sorry to say the negative things about social media, that's true. Say the positive things about social media, that's true. But we're all in it. As you can see today, we are in it. What do we do in the boat? That's what we need to discuss. Mark says, I have been boycotting Facebook for over 6 months because they never reversed that. Yes, the suspension you talked about, but I have no intentions of going back. I'm still on Instagram, however. And see, that is Mark's choice. We have choices.
And his stuff looks good over there, by the way.
What happened?
His stuff looks good over there. His reels and stuff look good
on YouTube.
Instagram.
I see Mark's stuff on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to be on Facebook. Nobody said you got to be on online. I just said it's the marketplace of attention, and that's where everybody is. It's the town square. That's all I said. Where you go, you want to be on TikTok, go ahead. But the TikTok group, the experts, I call them, they have gotten back on like, TikTok is back. Let me get back to my grind and do my thing. And they're like, wait a minute, something doesn't feel right. Now, if they're wrong or they're right, I don't know. Because those are the people that used it all day, every day. And they're saying something is wrong. TikTok doesn't feel the same. And because they took it all down, that means they could put it up nobody was saying they could put it up exactly as it was before. I'm pretty sure some things were done. I'm pretty sure. So things were done. Things, I will let you speculate on the things because this is a new day. This is a new administration. And we don't know what's going on. But I do know one thing, that this administration wants to look like the savior, the hero, saving the day, but they're not really.
They don't want to start. Wait, they started this whole
yes
thing.
That was another point that was brought up on X, on TikTok, everywhere you want to be. That was the discussion of, wait a minute, this the guy that started the band, started to talk. Now he's riding in on the white horse. Here I come to save the day.
Yeah, you was blowing up the day, dude. Okay.
I want the people to love. Okay, I'm not getting into politics, but how the fake hero story. Okay, that's how I'm just going to say that. So again, I love the discussion I saw, because that told me that Gen Z was like, we're not here for the okie doke. We see it. This ain't real. This ain't right. They don't feel the same. So
yeah, it's kind of like that. You know how on some computer systems they you have a virus. Mm-hmm. Hi, we can help you. We'll pay us and we'll help you take the virus off, and they don't want to put the virus on there.
Yeah, and you click it and boom, you're in the soup. Okay, Dr. Taji says, I'm sorry guys, coughing and laughing and gonna bring it up. That's the same as stealing your wallet. They're trying to help you look for it and say, oh, I found it. Exactly. Mark says it is imperative that we be very mindful about who owns the social media app that we are utilizing and their allegiances. As we already know, those algorithms can easily be weaponized. Yes, that is the truth. And like I said, if you watched yesterday's ceremony and you saw who was on the front row, you know everything you need to know. Everything was presented to us yesterday of the look of things.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
So 2 comments. When they tell you who you are, believe them.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Then I just saw something from Evan Carmichael, and there is Fortune magazine. I guess this is an article. TikTok CEO used to work for Mark Zuckerberg as a Facebook intern.
I'll be a
And just a decade later,
I'm shocked. Round up the usual suspects. What's that scene from Casablanca when the general, the guy, oh, there's been a crime. Round up the usual suspects. Dude, you the criminal. You don't say. Round them up. And I'm laughing because I have to laugh. I'm not going to cry. I'm not. And this brings me to, I was trying to find the Periscope that I saved from 2017 when we were in this very same spot. Unfortunately, I cannot bring it back because I lost all my Periscope videos. I had a hard drive fail on me and those things are gone. Excuse me. But I kind of remember I said something about who the president is not something about affecting your daily life. And that doesn't really apply as much. I want to change it to your state government is now the most important thing in your life. Because I want you to have some hope. It's a little glimmer of hope. Yeah, I'm still, I'm better than last week. But if I laugh or something, the coffin spells what happened. But because I was trying to remember what I said, and it was kind of true for some, but not for all. And I can't do a blanket statement because there's going to be some people that are going to be severely affected by this, and I feel sorry for that to happen. But these are the consequences of things when you vote, or when you vote for what you want. But the guy gets on TV the night before and confesses that he stole the vote. And if you haven't heard of that, it's because the media doesn't tell you that. But if you go to X, if you go to Threads, there will be people talking and sharing the clips of the video of the people doing the thing, saying the confession, of doing the salute. You will see those things. And that is not AI. Those things were proudly shared the night before because it was like, hey, we got this in the bag. I can confess. Who's going to stop me? Who going to check me, boo? Like Real Housewives of Atlanta. Who going to check me, boo? Wasn't nobody to check him. The night before, I'm going to confess. Because who going to check me? Who going to come and arrest me? I'm in the top position in America. Well, he thinks the top position there is a higher position, but we'll leave that to that. So these are the things that we have to do. I'm always the one to look at reality. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to hide it. This is how I see it. I see with my eyes. You see who's on the front row. You see what's going on. Can we change it? No, because I'm not Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not Jeff Bezos. I'm not the guy from Google. Son, I forgot his name. There's some other people standing there, but Elon Musk is standing there, very happy. He's the man with all of the money. He's the richest person in the world. So I'm gonna let you think about who was standing there and what's going on. So these are the things we have to deal with. But I want to say that your state is going to be your protector now. And I'm sorry for those who live in red states. I'm sorry for that. Because your state and local government is what is going to be your umbrella. Somewhat. Somewhat. Not 100%. Somewhat. Because, here in New York City, we have a mayor that from day one, I was like, get this guy out. He's proven to be who he is. He's doing things to support himself. And I don't want to get political, but I call it like I see it. If you're kissing up to somebody because you're in a legal situation and you want to get out of it, you do those things. If it walks like a duck, it's a duck. Quack like a duck, it's a duck. I gotta call it. Okay, yeah. Oh, you saw those? Yeah. Yeah, they were standing there. They're happy. And I said this last week. They are corporations who have to abide by the laws of America. And the person that is in control of the car, you want to appease that person. No matter your personal beliefs. I don't know what their personal beliefs are. I know their corporate beliefs that they have to they're beholden to the shareholders. They want to keep their bottom line going. They don't want to go out of business. Mark said, I did a video on a podcast, same content on staying sane in the circus. See, Mark has to do that. But you have to keep doing it so it gets exposed to more people, because here's the other side of it. More people are aware. More people, I hate that word woke. I don't like that word because it was taken out of context. But more people are paying attention. So you have a cause, keep doing it. It may be 5 people today. It may be 10 people next week. It may be 100 people next month. It may be 506. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So here's the thing. Somebody needs to be the voice to the 2 people.
Yes.
Because the 2 people may not go, you know what I mean? The 2 people may not go out further than your content.
The 2 people know is in a community. Each of those 2 people, there's 1, 2. They go out and they talk. Oh, I saw this video on YouTube. I saw this on and they say, really? Send it to me. Share it to me. It's the telephone game. And you gotta wait for that.
And you only need 2 people to tell 2 people to tell 2 people.
Right.
So be happy with the 2, because sometimes we think.
And real quick, before we see the somebody has some spam here.
We got this some spam. Not happening. Hold on.
Yeah, that's some spam. We don't tolerate spam here, people.
No. And the next thing will be a blog.
And you goodbye. We don't do spam here. Because I want to say that because Fran knows in real estate, this is how do you sell a house? Talking to everybody you know. I'm a real estate. I'm a real estate agent. Here's my card. If you know anybody that is in the market today, tomorrow, 6 months, a year. I brought the story of Ryan Serhant, I think.
Mm-hmm.
His took 10 years. But at the end of that 10 years was millions of dollars. Would you wait 10 years for millions of dollars in commission?
Yep.
I will. All he did was send out an email every week to this person. That's all he did. The message struck the right chord at the right time.
Possibly because nobody else was sending an email every week.
And he was sending it going, I don't know if this lady's opening it or not, but I'm going to send it.
Mm-hmm.
What if he had stopped at year 5? Because this lady's not reading my emails. She's not opening my emails. This is a waste of time. And sending an email is like bloop. There's nothing in that because it was sent, or he probably had some kind of automatic listings. And it sent an email automatically to her. And all of a sudden, out the blue, he got a call. Hey,
Yep.
remember me? We met in the Starbucks 10 years ago. Or I don't know what the conversation was. And he was like, sure. What do you need? I got more kids now. I need to move out of Manhattan, or I need to move into a bigger space, or whatever it was. See, that's how it works. It's not being online is not an ATM machine. The people that persevere win in the end. How long you persevere, I don't know. I know we got 4 years potentially of this, and then guess what? The tide hopefully will change. I don't know what's going to happen in 4 years, but we're going to be here talking about social media and being online, and we can hate Zuck as a person or this and that, but he's running a business.
Mm-hmm.
He's running a business, and he's kowtowing and bending and bowing to the person that is driving the car until there's another person, hopefully we will see, driving the car. But we don't have to wait 4 years. In 2 years, we're doing midterm of Congress. And so if you know government, that, Congress kind of runs stuff, really. You think the president run things. Congress is really the driving force. Why? Because we the people. In the Constitution, we the people. Every person in Congress is a representative of us. So we are the boss. So if you don't like what they're doing in this 2 years, they are going to hold their feet to the fire. That's all we can do right now. But in the meantime, we're going to look at where you live, look at what's going on. I told you the story last week of the the couple that the one of the person was trans, and they got married. It was a whole story. I know the whole story because she shared it, but in the end they did the research and figured out we live in New Jersey, so we're going to abide by New Jersey rules and get married again, even though they had been married for years. We're going to get married again in New Jersey. Make it legal. Tie it up. Sew it up. So when they come for the ban of and things already happened about executive order about gender or something. I'm not paying attention too closely to whatever comes out of his mouth. Really, I'm not. But these are the things that I see when I go online. Oh, he's doing this. I'm like, I'm not going to be outraged. I'm a part of the 92%. I'm going to be sitting over here chilling and drinking my water, minding my business. But one thing I will focus on is we're going to get this car going of the business of being online, working within the parameters and the rules of the things that we have today. So that's what I was talking about today, about the trends and getting into this short form video. So you see that Instagram is doing their thing. They have a new app coming out in March. I download it. I'll see what happens. But I don't do my editing like CapCut. I do my editing on the computer. So, but those who like CapCut, if they don't want to use the ByteDance apps because of whatever reason, Instagram is coming along and saying, hey, we heard you, because this was a complaint from people the whole time with Reels that they don't like the editing process within the Reels interface. And I understand that because it's not like TikTok. But
correct.
So they've been working on it. Adam said they've been working on it with creators and they're finally almost ready. So excuse me. So you'll download that and you'll see if you like it. But there's other apps. Fran listed one. I have InShots. I think I have InShots. I've used that. Yes, InShot. InShot. I've used that a couple of times, but again, I do my editing on the computer because I just like doing it. But
so and here's the other thing. So he slipped in there in his comment. He said, "Oh, and you can use it for other platforms."
Interesting. Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
Because you're using their app.
We're not going to block it. You want to make a short? Man, make it in editing. Send it on over to Shorts. There's a new cooperation going along. Whereas in the past, they were like, if you upload a TikTok with the watermark, we're going to, press down your engagement. Now they're doing the opposite. Why? Because they want you in the town square. If you're in the town square, Meta can show you ads. Meta can make money. That's all Meta cares about. And I've said that before. It's not a charity. It's a corporation. Mark Zuckerberg has to do the things as the CEO. It doesn't make me happy, but I'm going to work within the parameters of whatever I'm given. Because I want to be in the town square. Because guess what? My future customers in the Times Square. That's just the reality of it.
That's where they are hanging out. Okay, so we can have the pot of stew out in the wilderness over here all we want. But if the people, they're not coming to the wilderness, they are going to stay in town.
Personally, I'm not on Facebook. I rarely go there, and I go there, I see all these things, and I'm like, I'm leaving. But that Meta Business Suite, I'm there all the time because I'm there managing my pages. I'm doing business stuff. That's what I'm using it for. So personally, you do what you like. Do what you like. But for business, where are the people?
Where are your people?
Where are they? Maybe they're leaving Meta. Find out where they're going. Maybe they're going to LinkedIn. Maybe they're going to a new app. And that's why I always try to talk about new apps on Friday, because this might be the place where they go. This might be the app. And I think I mentioned a while ago, there's an app called was it Peanut? I think it was called Peanut. Where was it? Expected mothers or
Peanut. Mothers? Yeah.
They felt they needed a safe space.
Yep. And it's women in different stages of life.
Yes, because this was the thing that caught my eye when I saw that app. It was we need a safe space to talk. Why? Because of the things that are going on in X. Was it 2017, 2018? The things that were happening, and people were periscoping, going up and seeing what's coming back down. Let's go back in our communities. And the conversations have been there. Now, as a business owner, I got to get in those private conversations because that's where they're going. And it's harder now because there's, so many apps like Frank, like Mark said, there's so many apps, app fatigue. And again, I always say we don't have to use this app. We don't have to use Edit. I'm going to look at it only because I need to know about it. And I told you, I'm not going to use it because I already have InShot. I rarely use it mobile. I do everything on the desktop because I like the layout of it. But Gen Z likes mobile. So they're going to do those.
And they like to do things on the fly.
Yes.
Snap a video and
yes, they're boop, 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 boop. I have a relative that I watch their Instagram, and it I'm like, it's overwhelming the way it just the jump, the shot, the this and that. She talks fast and that. And I'm like, but that's her generation. That's what they do. And it works because she thinks she's got like 500,000 followers. So it's working for her. When I look at her video, I'm like, whoo, I got to watch that thing like 10 times because she's like cut, saying, da. But she's talking to her audience of they're keeping up. I'm not, because I'm not her audience. I'm not her audience. Dr. Tyler says exactly. At this point, people who are making content need to realize that they have to have more than one method for editing, especially if you're using something free. Exactly. And CapCut went down when they took TikTok down this weekend. CapCut went away too. All of the ByteDance apps went poof. What do you do? What do you do? So, these are just some of the things. So let me get into the notes of this short form video trend. And I just and we have to talk about it because this weekend, the transition happened, and then the TikTok thing, and then there was a pop-up saying, thanks to President Trump that we're back, and people called that out. They called it out because it was like, I'm not going to fall for the okie doke. This is the person that initiated the ban years ago. Now they're the savior of it? Get out of here. Dr. Tachi, thank you for the comments, everybody. Dr. Tachi says the amount of people that slumped down onto the floor like a top. I'm sorry. Slunk down onto the floor like a toddler because these two apps went away is astounding. But I'm like a toddler. You have the ability to plan for eventualities. Yes. And see, we see that. As the older generation, we see that because we've experienced things. But they had a full-on meltdown. Crying. People falling out like toddlers. Mark says, thanks to the president who's not the president yet. See, we all see it. And that, to me, that's a good thing. And I don't like that woke word. I'm going to say aware. You want people to be aware. Not everybody 100% is aware, but more and more. So this TikTok thing kind of made Gen Z go, wait a minute. They're aware. That's what we want.
Right. And see, before they were just having a pity rant, rave, a meltdown. Remember the people in Montana, this is my business and I don't know how. And but then when that happened, just like you said, now they are aware.
Yes.
And we needed them to be aware.
Yeah, they needed to wake up. They needed to be aware. So we're there at the awareness stage, which is good. It's a beginning. And you know, I think I said last week, there's a new app. Well, whatnot is that the name of it? The live shopping, which is another one of the trends. The live video shopping, an app specifically for that. I think it's called Whatnot.
Whatnot, yes.
So it wasn't ByteDance, it wasn't Instagram, it wasn't. Oh, I hate this app. People are going over there, and I think we talked about a video I saw. I think Gary Vaynerchuk was talking about it. He talked about this app in China, and it showed the lady holding up merchandise, pulling down, and the boxes was going across like Lucy with the chocolates, and she just picked up the item and picked it, and she looked at the camera the whole time, and she picked up the item and tripped it and dropped it, picked it up and dropped. People were buying over in China and the Asian countries over there that use the app. I don't know the name of it. They bought. They didn't need to. Oh, it's a washing machine. Let me think about it. Oh, it's a refrigerator. Let me think about it. It's a car. No, it was a shirt, a blouse, a this, a that. And she held it up, and you saw it. You either bought it or you didn't want to buy it, and it went away. Dr. Tachi says, "Oh yeah, what app has been around?
Whatnot."
Oh, Whatnot.
Okay. Whatnot has been around for about 2 years, and she says she's
it's picking
on
up
it.
steam. And she says, I'm on Whatnot, but I primarily sell on Poshmark. And Dr. Tachi has talked about Poshmark. And I think it's fashion. Is it fashion or tell me a little bit more about, because it's one of those niche apps where if you're into fashion or you're into this or you're into that, you know all about Poshmark. But if you're not into that niche industry or that interest, you're like, well, what is this? What is that? These apps have been around for a while and people have been selling. But because the focus is on TikTok, you're just thinking the world is like the lady that Fran said, the business owner, we talked about, what am I going to do if TikTok goes away? My business is dead. No, it's not. There's like a million other apps. Mark just said, we got app fatigue. Thank you, Dr. Todd. She said, so Poshmark started off fashion-oriented with clothing, shoes, and accessories. They're now expanded to include home goods and electronics. Look at that. Look at that. That sounds like, what is the store that I like to go? Home Goods. In real life, the Home Goods. It's the store called Home Goods. It's online now. Why? The marketplace of attention. You want to be where everybody, but I think, wasn't there American Express, be where what was that commercial? Be everywhere you want to be or something like that. Well, be everywhere that your target audience wants to be. Do a little investigation. If you need help, I don't know where to start. There's an app called ChatGPT. There's an app called Copilot. There's an app called Perplexity. There is a bunch of things. There's one called Google. and you go there, it's going to give you all the answers that you're looking for. It's a start. And then you go, okay, let me investigate, blah, 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 blah. See, it's like follow the yellow brick road. You're starting your journey. Okay. So Dr. Taji's been on Poshmark for a while because she's talked about it several times. Then she has, I think you did a couple shows with a couple people talking about fashion and selling online and different things like that on Indie Soup Media. So indiesoupmedia.tv, it's all there. So we are in the information age. We are definitely in it. So there is nobody that can say I don't know anything about it. When you can Google, you can ask your voice thing, you can pick up your phone, you can whatever, however you want to do it. Excuse me.
Mark says, I will say this, no one else has yet mastered TikTok's streamlined connectivity to the TikTok shop, etc. It's superior in terms of easier selling for some products, in his opinion.
And that is correct. Mark is 100% correct. The reason why TikTok has a hold on people is because of that. It's streamlined. It gets right to the point. The algorithm is out of this world. And guess what? We don't know what it is, and we never will. Even if China sells to an American company, you think they're gonna sell us the algorithm? I got a bridge. I've got a bridge I want to sell. It's called Brooklyn Bridge. You're not going to get the algorithm. You're not going to get it because they're not going to give it.
Nope.
Why? I don't. Throw out all the reasons they're not giving that. They're going to sell us the car without the engine. So TikTok has the dominance because it is a superior product. This just happened to be on my Chinese company, and that was one of the things. And again, the current administration is the one that started this thing. Should have just left it alone. Now we're in this boat. So what do? Use TikTok. I've said it before. Use it. Put it on another phone that doesn't have your personal private social security, financial, banking information that you do. Whatever you do your banking on, please don't have TikTok on it. Don't have WhatsApp or any of those things. There was the thing about downloading Red Note, and it sounds nice. Oh, we're having conversation with people in China. That's nice, but I'm not going to have that app on my phone. I don't know what it's doing because there's a different set of rules in China. They know over there that their data is seen by the government.
The government.
Requirement. It's required that an app shares the data with the government. Required. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. At least with an American-owned app, you have a little bit of leeway. A little bit. Mark says, I'll say it again. At this point in time, I am more secure with the algorithm in Chinese hands than American billionaires. Okay. Like I said, everybody can do what they like. So let me get back to my notes. So short form video dominance. Video is king, and short form video is the top of the crown. So platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts are dominating consumer attention. Well, why does it work? Why does short form video work? The short videos are digestible, engaging, and highly shareable. It aligns with attention span, especially with Gen Z. They're very, like I said, my relative. They're very snap, snap, snap. There's no slowness to it. It's very get to the point, blah, 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 blah. That's the world that they live in. Mm-hmm. So how do we use it? And some of the suggestions was post behind the scene clips to humanize your brand. I talked about that before. Show them how you make the sausage. Show them how you make the sausage. And you go, why? Well, that's just how it is. People are interested in what is it? AMSR or ASMR, the videos where somebody talks, they have a specific voice and they talk and it's soothing. The mukbang videos, remember that? People were eating on camera and you're thinking, why? Because there's a certain community that they like that kind of thing. They like that content. So if that's your thing, you give it to them. Share tutorials or tips related to your industry in bite-sized format. So we're not going to give an online course. You're going to think about how can I break this down into bite-sized information. Thank you, Dr. Tachi. ASMR, and the letters mean something. I cannot remember for the life of me, but it's for people who have a certain soothing voice, or their voice is distinctive. So if you're somebody that you like radio, podcast, whatever, practice on that, and maybe you don't even have to practice if you get the AI text to audio.
Yep,
you can do that. Set yourself up a YouTube channel. ASMR is big. It's a trend. It'll be another trend this year or next year. But if there's a trend, we're going to talk about it. So one of the suggestions, hop on trending sounds or challenges to boost discoverability. So here's the example. Dr. Tachi, autonomous sensory meridian response. It has to do with the voice connecting with something in our brains. Basically is what it is. And if you're a certain age, you go, that's stupid. If you're in a younger generation, this is the things that they grow up on. These are the things that they listen to. This is why they have a woman that does a podcast in the bed, and in her pajamas, she does a podcast, and she's got like millions of followers. She's got all this sponsorship, and you're thinking, okay, that's stupid. Well, to that target audience, is not stupid. So what does your target audience want? What are the things that they desire? What are the things they need or they might need? You don't know? Ask them, or ask ChatGPT or any of your AI tools. Dr. Tachi says, I like ASMR videos except the whispering ones. Those drive me up the wall. See, audio is very personal, which is why Clubhouse took off so fast, because we were in a pandemic spot. We couldn't get in real life, and audio blew up. Why? Because it had a personal factor. We couldn't be in real life together, but audio was there, especially if you're wearing headphones. It's there. There's an instant connection, and then you either like something or you don't. So that's what Dr. Tachi said. Some of them she likes, some of them she doesn't. Mark says, subscribe now to see Dr. Tachi consume flaming hot Cheetos while being more And that's a joke, but it's really something you can do if that is what her audience wants. She could do it. That's the good thing about where we are now. And that's why I wanted to talk about these trends about short form video. We're in this place of some generations, and that's why I like to talk about generations, where some generations think this is stupid. I don't look at it as stupid. I look at it as opportunity of, is there attention on it? Is it something I want to do? Is it something my target audience wants? I'm on it. Let me get on it right now. Dr. Chuck says, I will not be consuming food live. And they're going back and forth. He says, as a tech tip, don't forget to clean your keyboard. Those Cheetos are nasty. But see, and all you have to do is go look at TikTok to see what's going on. You don't have to join it. You can go to TikTok on your browser. That's how I do it. I do have it on a standalone phone, but sometimes I will go to the browser and see what's what, and I swim in the pool and I get out because I want to see what people are doing. So short form video dominance, but we've got to apply it to us. Another tip that I've said a lot of times is like we do a live. We do a once a week live, or Bizchicks does it every day. That's content that can be broken down into smaller bite-sized pieces, and StreamYard is a tool that allows it easily. Or, you could, get your transcript. I think I talked about this last week, taking your transcript and taking it over to one of the AI tools and telling it, hey, assistant, I need to break this down into bite-sized videos for YouTube shorts or Reels or TikTok. Can you do it? And it says, sure. It does it for you. And if you ask it, you have more conversations about, well, what about a thumbnail? What about a title? What about a this? What about an SEO? What about whatever it is you want to ask it? Throw it at the tool. and it will give you an answer. Now you're going to check that answer and you're going to say, well, I've asked for titles and I was like, well, I don't really like that. And if I get a list of 5, I'll take 2 and combine them and then say, what about this? And it says, oh, that's perfect. That's even better. And I'm done. Now I got to make the videos and I got to edit and stuff like that. But those are things that I'm working on. But the hard work of deciding how to cut this 1-hour video into things to put up on. Because and speaking of the short, I put a YouTube short up this week. That's what I did. I let ChatGPT tell me where to cut. And I cut. And I put it in the thing and I uploaded it. And I said, well, what about a caption? And it said here. What about a title? And it said here. And it said, and I'm like, okay. And then it even said, you need to A/B test. Excuse me. I was like, okay, I will A/B test. So the help is not,
it pop up.
The help is there.
I got the notification.
You did? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So see, my issue is that I got to do more of it, but that's a me issue. That's not a tools issue or a strategy. It is kind of a strategy. It's just a time issue of, okay, and I just happen to say, on set, because the weekends I'm like, I'm not really into the, oh, let me make this, let me do that. I should, but I'm not. But I spent more time because of the transition of where we were this weekend. I spent more time looking at people's conversations and liking and hearting and okay, I like this, I like that. I want to see what people are thinking about the Meta stuff, the TikTok stuff, the new administration, all of those things. And people have a lot to say, especially on Threads. But if Threads is not your thing, you don't have to go to Threads. You can go to LinkedIn. I mean, I probably will see the same kind of discussion on LinkedIn, but it'll be different because that's a different generation, a different group of people who are business mindset. So they're going to have different thoughts and opinions about it. And I want to read those. And the good thing about that is I can go to LinkedIn right now and I'll see something that somebody posted this weekend. I can go to Facebook right now to my personal feed and there'll be something somebody posted this weekend. I won't have to go and hunt and search for it because this is how the algorithm works on those two things. They will show you things from people that you've liked before or something and say, hey, this is the latest thing that person posted. It might have been Friday or Saturday, but here it is. And I go, oh, great, thanks. So I can't go to the other platforms and see content from a couple of days ago and still get their opinion. See, that's how it works. Interest-based. I'm interested in the talk about TikTok. So I can go there or I can search and it's going to give me what I want. It's not going to do chronological because that ship has sailed 3, 4, 5, whatever years ago. And people still want to hold on to that ship. And I'm like, no, it's interest-based, which is a good thing. It's interest-based. So we just have to work with that. Excuse me. So that is one of the trends. I mean, I did list some at the beginning. And again, we're not going to have time to talk about it all in 1 hour. I will probably pick another one next week and we'll go into it. Or if you want, I might just do a post and saying which one of these trends do you want to talk about next week. And, I'll get some feedback that way. Or you could send me a comment and say, hey, talk about this. So I don't know unless you let me know. So.
And you can let TJ know at terryjohnsononline.com/info. What would you like to know?
Yeah. So we'll talk about another one of these trends for 2025 next week. And unless somebody says, hey, I really want to know about this, and we'll discuss it. We'll talk about it. But I knew that we had to talk about the TikTok ban. I knew we had to talk about that today. So one of the trends was short form video, which, that has been video dominance has been a talk for a while. Like every year that's been a prediction. But now it's really like you're seeing it in real time, the dominance of it by them taking TikTok offline completely. So you saw the meltdowns. You saw the discussions. There was lots of Gen Z crying. Mark says, "Thank you, ladies. I always appreciate and enjoy you." Thank Mark. The same here. I mean, I love your commentary, and it's not about me presenting my opinion as fact. It's like this is what I observed. Let's talk about it. So I always like to have different points of view, different conversations, so we can talk about it. And Dr. Taji says, "Great show. Thank you, Dr. Taji. Thank you very much." So that is what I have for this week. And I'm pretty sure we will probably talk about edits on Friday. We'll probably talk about TikTok on Friday, along with whatever else happens this week. It's going to be a ride. I know that.
And it's going to be a nice ride. You will be very informed, know what moves you're going to need to make. So come on.
And I said, curate your feed. And it's more important today than ever. You know, I've heard that there is a Chrome extension. I got to do some more research that will block out this person's name. When you go to your browser, it will. I think one of them was like, whenever this mention of the name of the president, it turns it into a picture of a kitten. So you go to the news story, like you go to CNN.com and it's about the president, blah, 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 and there's a picture. It takes the picture, it turns it into a picture of a kitten. I heard, now I'm going to investigate because I want to use that. So I was hanging out in version 1. I was hanging out on YouTube all the time. Now we're in version 2. I'm going to hang out. I've been on YouTube, but I'm going to hang out even more. 100%. I'm going to be on YouTube. So, and I'm not the only one. So a lot. And I said before, people are aware now. There's more awareness. So this is an opportunity for us to make the content. Like I said, Mark, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Say that you're blocking Facebook. Say that but say why, and say this and say that, and let it fly. Put it out. Let it fly. Let it catch the wind and catch somebody who just woke up. Oh, I like that stuff that Mark is putting out. There you go.
Yep. So if you'd like to become, again, follow TJ, terryjohnsononline.com/info. Let us know what you want to hear about next week.
Yeah, join us. Platform to do Terry Johnson Online.
Yep. And then be sure to come back on Friday.
We're going to do the week.
We're going to be doing more. We're going to have lots to talk about this
year.
We're going to have a lot. And then become a part of the Bizchicks community. You know, just text Biz to 33777 or go to bizchicks.net. Get on our mailing list. TJ is one of our contributors.
Yeah. So and I love this. We're gonna talk more. I mentioned this last week, but we're gonna talk more about this. Text Biz to 33777. That's SMS marketing.
Ways to get attention. Thank you for tuning in. Like, as always, we are here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so that you can build a profitable business that's run to run. And we will see you next time. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye.